This is the HTC Droid DNA for Verizon. It's one of the finest phones that you can get on the market. It's available to pre-order right now, and you'll be able to walk into a store to buy it starting November 21st. The going cost? $200, which is actually a reasonable price when you factor in what you're getting. First, let's talk about design. The DNA may have a larger screen than the One X or the Galaxy S3, but that doesn't actually make it that much wider. It's only slightly wider than the One X, and it's actually narrower than the Samsung's flagship device. This means that you don't have to sacrifice comfort in order to get more screen real estate. The DNA is elegantly built, as HTC used soft touch polycarbonate in the back and anodized aluminum on the edges. It's unibody, so the battery isn't removable, but it's a very sleek design and very well built. Red Ferrari-inspired grills run down the left and the right sides of the phone, and it actually looks pretty cool. The phone also fits very naturally in your hand thanks to a new method HTC uses to stack its internal components in a pyramid-like manner. It's very similar to what HTC did with the Windows Phone 8X. It causes the back to curve inward, and it looks and feels great. The DNA is the very first phone on the US market to come with a 1080p display. When you consider that the screen is 5 inches, it translates into a pixel density of 440 ppi. That's at least 100 better than any other smartphone currently available. That's a pretty impressive feat, and it goes without saying that this is definitely the best phone display we have ever laid eyes on. It also features a quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, clocked at 1.5 GHz. In plain English, this is the most powerful processor that you can get, and it certainly shows. While it's not without a few tiny hiccups here and there as a result of the higher res display, it is, for the most part, incredibly smooth and fast. Gaming was also a fun experience, especially with the top-notch graphic performance and the high-res display. But with the high-res display, there comes a double-edged sword. Some titles we downloaded had struggles adapting to that higher resolution, and either looked completely distorted or just simply didn't load at all. This will likely change as 1080p becomes more mainstream, but early adopters will end up feeling burned at first. The DNA offers an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera with a BSI sensor and image chip, as well as a front-facing camera with 2.1 megapixel resolution. The rear camera offers a few improvements over the One X and X Plus, but Verizon needs to tweak some of the software to correct some white balance issues that were easily noticeable. The front camera, on the other hand, actually was a huge improvement over HTC's past attempts, and its wide-angle lens is ideal for doing video chats with multiple people. Video resolution maxes out at 1080p for both cameras. Rounding out the specs, the DNA also offers 2 gigs of RAM, NFC, Bluetooth 4.0, dual-band Wi-Fi, MHL, 16 gigs of internal storage space, but no microSD card slot, and Android 4.1, which is also known as Jelly Bean. One thing we loved about the DNA is the fact that despite being offered on Verizon, which is, of course, a CDMA and LTE carrier, it comes with quad-band HSPA Plus and quad-band GSM Edge, and they're all unlocked. This means that you can stick an AT&T SIM card into the DNA and still get full phone and data capabilities. T-Mobile customers can technically use it for GSM and Edge, but don't expect it to work on 3G. Battery life isn't great, again, likely thanks to the 1080p screen, but it's at least enough to get you through your typical work shift. If you're a heavy user who keeps the screen on for long periods of time, well, we'd recommend investing in a wireless charging pad at your office. Oh, by the way, the DNA offers wireless charging capabilities that are compatible with the Qi standard. There's a lot of great choices on the market right now, and the Droid DNA is on the top of the list. It was a joy to use, and it's well worth the investment if you're looking to get a top-notch phone for a reasonable price. This is Brad Mullen with Engadget, and please visit Engadget.com to see our full in-depth review of the Droid DNA.